Lakshmana treats Sita like a mother. When she spoke these cruel words, he suspected that if he left the hermitage, harm might come to her. The deer could not be real, it could be a disguise worn by Marika. That is true, because he knew that Rama would never be in danger of death. But her words and objections exceeded his patience. What did she say? Nitat chitram sapiksheshu papam Lakshmana yadbhavid, that such a sin is not unusual among the children of Savathi. That Rama might be harmed and he might desire her. On hearing that, he entrusts her protection to the forest deities and other gods and leaves the hermitage. We know the consequences. Rama does not like this and scolds his brother for being disobedient. Lakshmana had to swallow both of these. No one can be at peace in such a situation. When Rama was suffering alone without Sita, all Rama had was Lakshmana's help and comfort. He had to take solace in that. Naturally, he was the one who could give Rama strength, the one who could remind him. He was the only one who could speak words of courage, strength, joy, and hope. And in such a situation, Lakshmana's words of Kshatriya and manhood should have been. When it was necessary to talk to Hanuman and Sugriva, when a friendship had to be developed, Lakshmana's task was his own. Lakshmana's bravery on the battlefield of Lanka was no less than that of anyone else. He was the one who stopped the blows of powerful weapons on Vibhishana and Rama. He had performed the Nikumbhila sacrifice and prevented the demon from becoming invincible, and he had to hinder that sacrifice and kill Indrajit. He also felt the same way. That is what Mother Sumitra had said. Ramam Dashratham Vidi Ma Vidi Janakatmajam, was her instruction. He was the reason. He knew the moral qualities of both his brother and sister-in-law. That is why he was the one who added wood to the pyre for the ordeal. That is what Sita had ordered. In the Uttarakhanda, he was the one who was supposed to be the instrument for taking her from Ayodhya and leaving her to her fate as per Rama's order. When Rama offered him the crown, he refused. He was satisfied with being with his brother and serving him. He was the only one who stood as the supreme representative of Kainkariya Lakshmi. His heart was tender, upright. He would get angry easily. He would get rid of it just as quickly. Easily angered, easily calm, these are the words. Again he disregarded his brother's words, at the last moment. When Durvasan came and tried to let him into the council chamber against Rama's orders, the double suffering that Lakshmana experienced concerned only himself as a person. In this incident, Ekasya Maranam Mestu Ma Bhut Sava Vinasanam, are the words spoken by Lakshmana. This becomes a great saying. This is equivalent to the words of Jesus Christ or the famous words of Kumarila, which the Buddha said, Kali Kalusha Kritanyani Lok Mai Nipatanthu Vimuchyatanthu Loka, which means, whatever harm Kali causes on the earth, let the punishment for that matter fall on me, and let the world be free. He is ready to act without repeating what is said. The thought of fulfilling his brother's wishes, even with his own comforts, does not even cross his mind. Rama is his mother, father, fortress, and protection. As Rama had said, when Lakshmana had completed his accommodation in Panchavati to his satisfaction, Rama embraced him and, looking at himself with Lakshmana by his side. How real, foreshadowed, or symbolic is this incident? Rama, thinking that his father was still there, who could provide him with everything he needed, he thinks, Tivyaya Putrana Dharmatmana Samverta Pitamama. Whether it is raining or hot, this service is done. For a whole tradition, this is truly Ramanuja, the supreme brother of Rama. Rama knows that he is the all-pervading one. Hanuman knows what his bravery and prowess are. Sita knows how pure his soul is, what his devotion and courage are. Bharat. If it is about service and devotion to Lakshmana, he sacrificed everything, but in another way, Bharat's quality. Bharat is also a worthy brother to Rama. His respect and love for Rama knows no bounds. He cannot believe that Rama makes a mistake. The only dissatisfaction is that Rama thinks of the welfare of others more than himself, that he is always disinterested in self-interest. He sacrifices self-interest for what he considers to be a higher purpose and principle. Some verses that continue with, Natvam pravyathyet dukkam pritovana praharshayat, that is, you do not shrink in sorrow. You do not rejoice when happiness comes, are like rules of conduct. It is difficult for others to receive education and acquire discipline to reach such heights of conduct. Bharat says that even when Rama was more knowledgeable than others in many matters, he still asks for his advice. He knew his father's mind well, he had received much of his father's love. But that father showed excessive attention and partiality to his mother. Dasharatha had a good opinion of him. Kosala also loved him. Bharata showed Kosala his love equal to the love he showed his own mother. When he first saw Kosala after he returned to Ayodhya, her first reaction was harsh and difficult. He begged her to believe that he had no part in the desires of her mother's mind or the events that took place while he was away, and that his love for Rama was second to none. That he would not ascend the throne. As soon as the funeral rites were over, the first thing he wanted to do was to go to Rama's place with all those who were accompanying him. He wanted him to return to his village. Kosala knew what Bharata's feelings were towards Rama. She had spoken harshly, suspecting that he might have the same feeling as her mother in wanting the kingdom. How could she speak so harshly, wondering how great this loss was for her, the mother of Rama? He had got a kingdom that was unrivaled. She had even gone so far as to say that she would go with Sumitra and Agnihotra to where Rama was alive. The symbol of Agnihotra should be in the one who carries on the main line of the lineage. There was nothing else that could compare to Bharata's grief. He did not even want to imagine anything against Rama. He said that she should not suspect that such a thing was his. Kausalya could understand this. She drew him close and spoke words of peace. The obstacles that were placed before him were to remove the doubts and suspicions that had arisen among the ministers, the chief priests, the sage Bharadwaja, and Guha. They all needed the assurance that he meant no harm to Rama. I have already told you how Lakshmana misunderstood his intention. Only Rama truly understood his brother's mind. But no argument, whether from him or from his elders, could persuade Rama to change his decision. The times he had given to Kaikeyi, and therefore to Dasharatha, were that he should be in the forest. Bharata should be in Ayodhya. It was his duty to carry him out.